Hey indie game fans! Ever since Touhou Lunar Nights, I've been increasingly interested in the Touhou series, so to see Touhou Blooming Chaos on the new releases list was quite interesting to me. This is an action-adventure game in the vein of Zelda, but combat is pure bullet hell chaos. Very anime, but there appears to be no English language support, but might just give you that imported game feel.
All thanks to you. Why, you ask? Oh, if only you were just a little more observant.
A first-person horror game in the vein of Five Nights at Freddy's, Case Animatronics puts the action in your hands as you are no longer desk-bound but are able to explore the police department, which has been put on lockdown by a hacker. And of course, there's a killer animatronic robot running around.
It's time to remember, Bishop.
Drawn Down Abyss is another weird example of indie games, since this is a platformer crossed with a deck builder and is a strange combination of genres that I have ever seen. Looks a little bit chaotic, but there could be an interesting idea here. The puzzle exploration game, Candleman, is one which uses an age-old trope in puzzle games of light and shadow, but the gimmick here is that the candle can only burn for 10 seconds at a time. The different levels do look very gorgeous and should be a great time. Magnia is a very tactile puzzle game that has you playing through a series of physics puzzles, from rotating pieces and joining them back together, to building structures or knocking things over. Seems simple, but the feel seems very cool as well. Galaxy Champions TV will be ported to Switch, and its most obvious inspiration is Smash TV. While I have no affinity for the latter, this game looks pretty good, and the gameplay of slaughtering hordes of enemies to dodging bullets from bosses looks pretty fun. I'm quite a big fan of brick breaker games, so Arkan, the Dog Adventurer, got my attention. Crossing a platformer with Arkanoid is something which I have not yet come across, I think, so interesting concept to say the least. Legrand Legacy Tale of the Fatebounds was one of the overlooked indie games of 2018, and is a classic-style JRPG that pays tribute to the PS1 and 2 era of games, especially with the look and the static backgrounds. It's a love letter to the genre, down to the gritty details, from an amnesiac protagonist to his band of unlikely heroes. Not a perfect game by far, but one that is certainly nostalgic and has its merits. The Tiny Bang Story is a very quaint and adorable point-and-click adventure game that has you using your imagination to save the tiny planet after it was hit by a meteor. Super charming little game. CROSSNIQ Plus is an action puzzle game that has visuals and a gameplay flow very similar to Japanese titles in the early 2000s and games such as Lumines. It's all about forming crosses on your grid, which I think is its own unique mechanic, so hopefully it captures some of that Tetris game feel.
Hi there! Welcome to Intro to Troubleshooting. I'm Daffy Duck, and I've been assigned as your trainer for this exhaustive, in-depth course in troubleshooting. Pay attention. This information could save your clone's life. Lesson 1. Take your time. Avoid collateral damage. Remember, take a chill pill and relax.
Paranoia, Happiness is Mandatory, is inspired by classic CRPGs and has real-time with pause combat in the sci-fi world.
Look, troubleshooters using cover and clever tactics to pin down these traitors in a crossfire. The team leader guides his teammates from the rear. Listen to him motivate his team. Glory! Glory, hail computer! There, a traitor. Boom! No, the flank! Oh, come on! Throw the grenades, you morons! And here is how you win! Well, clearly, first I've got to show you what not to do.
This is based on the tabletop RPG Paranoia and has you controlling troubleshooters, enforcers who act to protect the AI construct known as the computer.
Stop dying! Finally. You are authorized to question citizens in the course of your missions. You'll make new friends, learn fun things, and identify traitors who must be terminated. Traitors are hiding everywhere within our utopia. Anyone might be a traitor. Alpha Complex is full of exciting experimental equipment and fun buttons to press. But remember, your most important tool is your trusty laser pistol. Stay alert, trust no one, keep your laser handy.
Find trouble and shoot it for the glory of the machine.
Trainer evaluation completed. Negative. Prepare to be recycled.
No!
For more upcoming indie game new releases, check out the previous video or click on the recommended playlist, and I will see you after the jump.